I'm glad that that actually kicked in, because I didn't remember that I should be switching the intro. A while back, I set it to automatically switch to the appropriate intro based on the current date. What I need to do... Right now, there's like 4 different intros, and they all are their own code base, which is not good. It would be much better if it was asset swapping and nothing else. But because some of them have like a lot of differences, you know. It'd be much nicer if I had just one code base that just swapped out assets. Someday, maybe someday. Tonight, what are we doing? Mini bosses. And not just mini bosses. Well, we'll see what happens. Yeah, it'd be a lot easier, because right now, when I add new things to the main intro, they don't get added to the special intros at all. They're just gone. So, that's something. I did something off stream at least. Which is... we now have settings for the music and sound effects volume. And, very notably, this is the first time we've done this in this game at all. This is the huge part. It actually remembers things between sessions. This is not the same system we're going to be using for save files. This is its own separate thing specifically for preferences. Things that are not going to be specific to a save. Because once you get the audio set up for your computer, what even? I have shortcuts on my desktop, but I never use software shortcuts from my desktop. It's always taskbar. Rarely start menu. All right. So we're gonna do a new thing today. I should probably fix that. Let's make an invisible wall there, huh? I've got a scene for that. Let's see here. That is under shared blocks. Invisible block. There we go. Incredible. Even better. Invisible block. And much better. All right, cool. Pretend it's also 1995. Yeah, taskbar is the way to go these days. All right, so we're gonna do a new thing. First thing we're gonna need to do. Okay, don't need that. Don't need pause menu. We're done with that. Don't need preferences or settings slider. We need the trial manager, and we need the code that's actually going to start up the fight, which is gonna be the encounter zone. Right here, which actually starts battle, passing encounter details along and nothing else. Like, it's just gonna pass along. So if we've already set up the encounter details, which in Trial Manager we do set up encounter details, so it's just a pass through, so we don't actually need a counter zone at all. Scene Manager, Encounter details, again, it just gets passed on to Battle Manager. So Battle Manager is where things are actually going to happen. So we, for now, only need these 2 blocks here. Oh, gotcha, gotcha. That makes more sense. 95? I mean, yeah. ICQ is I don't know if that might be a bit... It was popular, but for a modern audience, that might be a bit of a deep cut. Alright, so Battle Manager has a list of enemy keys. I mean, you could probably just do a Google image search for Windows 95 screenshot. And that would give you some great starting points. So enemy keys, and then we will have some way of saying that it's an advanced enemy. It's a big enemy. It's a mid-boss enemy. Now, how does that work? If it's a mid-boss, what mini-boss? It's more of a mega enemy than a mini-boss. Myst. Oh man, Myst. I actually went back and got a copy of Myst when I was in college, just off eBay. Cause like I can read now. I have comprehension. I can figure this out. I can figure out this baby's game for babies, and I did. So there. All right, so we get the enemy type somewhere in here. You should check out the remake. I guess, I don't know. Like, looking back, Myst is a very small game. Like, it's tiny. So, what do we need here to make it just bigger? Just bigger. And nothing else. Let's see what happens if I do dot transform dot scale. Scaled? What do you mean scaled? Returns a copy of this transform. Oh. Do I just need scale? Set scale? Scale? Just scale? Is that enough? Okay, yeah, you can just set scale. Ah. It's gonna be weird because I bet this thing's already gonna have some kind of scaling on it as an actor. Does it? I hope not. Let's see here. Let's just look at pig. Show me pig. What is the actor's scale? 111. Okay. Maybe this is okay. Myst 64. Gosh, I love. Oh man, has anybody demade Myst? Admittedly, an already old game, but like, just replace all the nice, pretty CG graphics with very bad polygons, harsh edges, primitive lighting. That'd be nice. Equals. Like, will this do it? Let's see if this makes a big pig or set of pigs. Like, does this just work? Give me a big snail. Give me a couple big snails. They are big snails now. Do they work? Do they work? Oops. That's not supposed to start until she walks out there. Yeah, you know what? That works fine. Okay. Okay, scaling up enemies, not hard. Our system supports it. Oh, I know that game. That's a good game. I mean, it's an okay game, but it's a fun game. It may not be a good game, but it's a fun game. And it creates an interesting co-op competitive. I don't know how. That's how I remember it, but I know it couldn't do it well. Like, how can you do co-op competitive and make that work as a game? A game where you are actively trying to edge out an advantage over your teammates. Like, that feels like that's at odds with itself. Okay, so that works for that. Oh, let's go ahead and fix, before I forget, this is the thing that was distracting me, is wrench, not meter, I guess it's spring launch. Yeah, okay, I know why it's doing that. So I need to go into the battle moves. So previously, we did spring toss, which walks you towards... Yeah, it doesn't do that anymore, huh? Yeah, he doesn't actually have to walk up to anything except for with gear spin. So gear spin is actually walk up to player, wait until you actually... Oh wait, then it actually... What does it do? What does it do? How does it do this? Ah, okay. It sets the state here once you get there. So it goes ahead and starts the action command somehow. Ah, here we go. Yeah. Action command start. Bind. Oh, it appends two of them. It appends two actions to the... It appends two different action cues. One of them is go ahead and start the gear spin logic, and then the other is walk towards the player and wait for a result, which can't come in until you set the state of, yeah, I'm in front of the player. Okay, so that's how gear spin. How does wrench hit work then? That's the one that's screwing up because it's starting it way too early. Yeah, look at this. Look at this mess. The goopy in front of... Hey, Willow. So what we should do is... do this, I think. Maybe. Let's try that. Nope. Nope, didn't like that. Because that's going to that. Then that's going to that. That's going to that. Is that what I need? No. That. That. Then that. Here. Well, why do you not like that? Bind. So you need this? Apparently. I do not get closing brackets on different lines. It feels really inconsistent. There. But now it doesn't match the indent level. And it still doesn't match the indent level. What is it not liking here? Steel furnace. I love steel furnace. Okay, it seems okay. I don't know if it's actually okay with these or not. That should work correctly. And then this should be here. This, by all accounts, should be there. And then that's the end of action. And then you would need a comma. Is that all I'm missing now? Okay, progress. That can't be right. That pairs with that. This comma? If I get rid of this comma, are you okay with it? No, that's not it. And it doesn't match previous. Yes, it does. Don't lie. I can see that it does. Something screwy's going on here, I think. All right, hold on. Let me just undo a lot. How about that? Okay, so everything's fine right now. All I'm gonna do is that. Okay. And then this. Is it this comma? Maybe it was just the comma. Weird. Meow. Okay. Right. I want to check if cat's attack works. This is a very normal sized pig. It's fine. Alright. I'll accept that at least. Okay. So now, in 64 games. Oh, I mean, I know that. I know that one. Okay. If it's a mini-boss, then we're only going to bump up the first enemy in line. I think. I think that's reasonable. For now. So one of the optional things we can encounter is Mini Boss 1, which is going to be enemy directory. It's going to be a pig, but it's going to be a big pig. See, there's options of putting it as a flag on the battle as a whole or just on the enemy. I actually think we're going to put it on the battle as a whole. With a special... Yeah, Banjo-Kazooie. Which just an is Mega. Is Mega? Is that how we're gonna... It's a Mega Piggle. Omega Piggle. And this will cue different music, maybe different rules for the fight. And maybe it will queue up that the mini boss, the actual actor, gets scaled up as well. Actor. To double size. Oh, Willow, I'm ready. I'm ready for you. What do you got for me? What do you got for me? You think this is gonna stop me from making progress tonight? No. Cracking a pack. All right, here we go. We are cracking a pack. All right, cool. Well, let's see here. Big camera. Throw that in. There is a pack. I have a pack. Trick or trade. So I still have this pack. I've been saving it for a rainy day. And brother, it's pouring. All right, let's take a look. Okay. We're gonna start out with, I don't know if I'm supposed to like shuffle. It's because the green screen is still greening. It's still greening. And I don't really want to bother turning. I'm turning it off. There you go. There you go. Turning it off. No, I'm not, apparently. Neat. Why not? Why am I not turning it off? I don't. Who knows why? Because that. There we go. Because I had 2 green screen filters on. All right. So, what we got first. Boom. Right up front. It's a duck. What does that say? Hang on. Duck. Come on. Duck. I'm getting duck vibes from this. I should really get just like any sort of flat surface. Come on. Work with me here, Pokemon cards. Focus, focus. What do we got? What are you? All right, I'm gonna actually just look at it. I'm gonna look at it with my physical eyes. It is Dusknoir. French again, as always. Now, if I could just get my camera to focus. Maybe it's too shiny for focusing. Maybe that's the problem here. Fake bird. It is some sort of orb. It's 7 feet tall. 230 pounds. It steals people and Pokemon away. No one knows whether it has a will of its own. Well, there you go. It evolves from Dusclops. Dusclops. Interesting. It's the Gripper Pokemon. It does have big old meaty hands. Pokemon heights are weird. Best not to dwell on it. Oh, there's only 3 cards in this pack, so Let's hope this one is a winner. I mean, that one is very shiny. Like, physically, it shimmers. This one is... That looks like a bat. That's a Zubat. I know a Zubat when I see one. 8 generations later, and they're still making Zubats, huh? Oh, do we have focus? We have focus. For a brief moment. For a brief time there, it was actually focused. I was there. I was there when the camera focused momentarily. Zubat. Fake. It's... Alright. We're gonna need to... I'm gonna need to get some focus on this. Somehow. Can I control the focus here? Configure video? Will that let me actually control... I can control the focus. Hang on. Alright. So hold on. Focus. Turn off auto. Oh my gosh, I can just control it here if I open up all these panels. Well, that changes everything, doesn't it? Look at this. It's crocheted. This Zubat is crocheted. He's 2.5 feet tall. He's huge. He's a huge bat. Skin is so thin, they'll be burned if sunlight hits them. Interesting. When it gets cold out, they gather together to warm one another's bodies. Yes, of course. Well, now... Gosh, I'm blurry, isn't it great? Now, you can see what this guy looks like. Yeah, see? Very shimmery. Alright, final Pokemon. No physical eyes involved. Oh, it's you, Mr. Grabby. Mr. Grabby himself. Evolved from Dusclops. He is 5'3". This creature right here, this wide pear-shaped creature with massive proportional hands, stands over 5 feet tall and is currently at the bottom of your stairs. Let's see here. Its body is entirely hollow. When it opens its mouth, it sucks everything in as if it were a black hole. Wonderful. How heavy is it? 67 pounds. Okay. Alright. Autofocus enabled. There we go. Incredible. We did it. We cracked. We derailed the stream. Wonderful. Now I gotta re-enable all these filters. Okay, just the one. You didn't have to pay points for it. You can save those for later. Got all these Pokemon cards, and they're all from Turtle. Turtle just sent me so many cards, 3 at a time. Even had a business card. He even sent me a business card with what I'm fairly sure is no longer his actual Twitch name. Which just makes it even better. I am wearing my Dupu shirt. No, I'm wearing my Void shirt tonight. Alright, derailment over. We're back to it. We're back to getting things done. Samurai Jack kills 400 of those of an episode, and they all spew some kind of very non-blood blood. Let's get her done! Hooray! Alright. Ismega is the property. We're gonna refer to these enemies as mega enemies. Because they're not a boss. I'm not gonna call them mini boss, because that implies that they're smaller enemies. These are just regular enemies that are big. It's just a regular enemy scaled up and its stats buffed. oil because they're all robots. It's the perfect crime. Jindy Tartakovsky, you mad genius. Putting blood-coated fluids in your children's television show. All right. First, we're going to take out all the other possibilities, so this is the only one we get. Giant pig. I'm going to throw a second pig in there, I guess. All right. So when you get a mega enemy, let's see here. We're gonna take get is mega, default false. All right. If is mega, then we need to scale up the enemy. Also, only apply this the first time. So once you've used this flag up, set it back to false. What are these bigger enemies gonna get? What are they gonna get? They're gonna get more HP than usual. Let's say an extra... Gosh, I think it should depend on the enemy itself. Like, a Piggle scaled up, if we double his health, that's nothing. Maybe I'm simply making a lot of programs that do something to my data and use the output for the next program. No, I mean, that's a valid pattern. Yeah, it's all about automation. Ooh, an extra turn. That'd be scary for some enemies. And some enemies, it would probably break their flow entirely. Like piping outputs between programs is completely acceptable. Yeah. All right, so Piggle has 2 HP. You double it, and he's got 4. That can still be taken out in 1 turn, so that's nothing. But let's say a late game enemy, we go like that's got like 12 HP. You double that to 24, and that's a big problem suddenly. Double it and give it to the next guy. Yeah. So I feel like we need some kind of sliding scale on how much HP buff they get. That weaker enemies should get more of an HP buff, maybe? So I don't know if it's like minimum. It's like big enemies we don't want. Let's graph it. MS Paint. That's true. We could just look at what floor you're on, but I do want the code to work regardless of whether or not you're in the pit or not. But that is a good idea. Well, so there's gonna naturally be a buff to HP for the infinite trials. That's just gonna keep ramping up as you go deeper and deeper. So this is just for mini bosses. So this will probably be in addition to whatever they're already getting. Okay, so let's say we have. Let's graph out some points here. So we've got an enemy with 2 HP, and then over here we've got an enemy with 10 HP, and in the realm of impossibility, we've got a 20 HP enemy. There should not be any enemies in the game that are base 20. They are not going to be random. They're going to be very specified. So the output of this, if an enemy starts with 20 HP, I guess we could bump them up to like 30, let's say. Like, if you're facing up against an enemy that can do 28, that has 20 HP, you're probably able to dole out significant amounts of damage. And bumping up to 30, maybe that increases the amount of turns it takes to take it out to like buy an additional 1 or 2. But additionally, it's going to be able to dole out a lot of damage, so like that extra turn or 2 makes a big difference. 50% increase. The problem there is Piggle now gets 3 instead of 2. That's not a mini ball. That's not a mega Piggle. That's nothing. I want this mega Piggle to have like 6 HP or so, at least. So, do we do a linear scale here of just saying, you know, just run the numbers here and just take that value, where it's just based on the amount of HP they have? Or does it look more like this, where that would mean that enemies are gaining health quickly at first, but then it kind of peters off to scaling up less than 1.5 times. 1.5 plus... How would you get... Okay, let's see. What if... I don't want to do just a hard-coded value per floor. I want it to be calculated based on the enemy's stats. Yeah, like this point here is triple. This point here is 1.5. So maybe it's that there is some kind of multiplicative scaling. Like, okay, at first you're going to be 3 times, and you're going to go down to 1.5 or even less. We probably want to limit it to 1.5 minimum. But it's not going to really matter after that point. Enemies' base health should not be going much past 20. So like a 3, start at a triple and scale down to a 1.5. Maybe even linearly. And then after that point, we do a piecewise function. So we start at triple. So that's our derivative, basically, is triple down. And so the result there becomes kind of like this, and then linearly increasing after that. Okay, so let's see if we can implement that and see what happens. So we're gonna have an HP multiplier, which is gonna be equal to, oh boy, here we go. If the enemy's HP is 2, then the multiplier should be 3. If the enemy's HP is 20, we want the multiplier to be 1.5. Yes, they do get a special action, which is summon minions. They will summon their regular variants. That'll be one of their possible actions if you leave them alone for if they're not dead quick enough. Extension multiple programs the accurate way to make functions. I mean, yeah, if the code that you've written is so specifically detailed to only be usable in this greater solution that you're building out, like you're building your program to solve something or do something. Like, let's say it's to generate an image of a house. like just an MS Paint style house of square with triangle on top. It could make sense to have one program that figures out what lines to draw and represents them as some kind of list of instructions, like draw a line from here to here, draw a line from here to here. That could make sense as its own program. And then another program that takes in an input of list of lines to draw and then actually generates a PNG image from that. It would not be super... I'm not going to say outright that, like, okay, that no one would ever need just that one bit. But it'd be really niche to need that. The typical way, at least, I don't know what your current skill level is. If you're learning programming, just make it all one program. Each separate action should be its own function. You don't need to start out by separating things into different programs. Maybe that starts to be a thing if you're working in like corporate applications where other people are going to be using your software that may not have access to the source code. It's like, okay, yeah, I could see that being a use case for lots of little programs. But typically, yeah, functions are a must use. Like, even if you are making a program that just does one thing and then its output gets piped to another program, that one little program is still probably going to have functions that you're going to need to use. It just makes it easier to program, usually. Yeah, no problem. Hey, Slav. We're doing math. Hooray! Rise over run. All right, our slope. Our multiplier is going from 3 to 1.5 over the course of about 20. Let's round it a bit, maybe. Thank you, Slav. I'm pretty psyched about how fun it is. It's got a little bit of whoa that I can do on demand. Even in real life, I can just make it transparent. It's very useful in specific use cases. Let's see here. Let's say 0 is triple even, just to make this easier. 1.5, dropping by 1.5 over the course of 20 units. Gosh, I wish I remembered how to do math. Okay. I believe that is our slope, negative 0.075. That's so fun. I used to be able to do it, I promise. Plus 30. Okay. So our HP multiplier should be this. Except take the... No, don't mess with it yet. Don't integerize it yet. I'm only talking about one math. Thank you very much. Just one. Alright, so we're gonna say that our new HP max... Oh no! Oh no! Look what he's done! That fiend. What if I just stole it? Because, I mean, I could redeem it. Wouldn't even be an inconvenience. Willow's been spinning too much on the bike. Alright, so we're going to take the original Oh wait, and if HP multiplier, oh, we can just do a clamp, right? The clamp value to a minimum. Minimum multiplier is 1.5, maximum is 3.0. Okay, so now take that multiplier and multiply it by the enemy's base HP, and that's our new max HP. Wait, run that through a floor. All right. Let's see a big pig with like 6 HP. Oh, it doesn't like something. Gosh, I screwed up. Where, enemy type? Oh, because. There we go. Got to register the new enemy combat thing. Oh, it worked. He's a big boy now. Oh, he's a big boy now. Oh no, but now he's small, very small. How did that happen? We're supposed to have is mega true. It was, yeah. He's subdivided. It shouldn't be. I'm gonna check and see what's going on there. Is mega false? Yeah, something's not getting passed through. Let's have it just print the entire encounter details and see if something is getting somehow dropped in all of this. Give me the pig. Oh yeah, we're just getting the keys. Why are we just getting the keys? Oh, that's why. That's why we're just getting the keys. We should pass in the whole thing. Just pass in the whole encounter. What are you doing? Just pass in the whole encounter, you numbskull. Give me the big pig. Yeah, so it was only being given that one property. There we go. There we go. Okay, that's better. Okay, still some slight issues. For one, his health is still 2. All right. So enemy HP type is 2. Oh. Well, no, that should still be... Hang on, let's see here. 2 times 0.075. 0.15 plus 30. Wait, why plus 30? That can't be right. That's not right at all, is it? Nope, I wrote that completely wrong, but that should be 3 for one thing. Still, this clamp should... No, I want this to be evaluated first, and then add 3 after the fact, and then clamp it. The idea being that we get a multiplier of 3. That should be 6. Okay, just print these values. Show me what the original is. Show me what the multiplier we calculated is, and show me that. So that should be big pig, big pig, big pig. Stat current greater than max. Okay, it's bumping us to 5. Not as huge as I would have liked, but still something. That'll at least last a turn, so we got that going for us. However, I guess his new HP we should clamp as well. Just a minimum clamp. Let's say minimum. Well, we will say that. Ah, that's probably it. That's probably it right there. It was still using the original maximum. No, we still at 2. Well, that's concerning then. New HP max is 5, and yet the guy is getting... Do we set up his HP? Yeah, we add health bar here. He probably does have the right amount then. Okay, well, let's just put that after this. How about that? Okay, that should do it. Give me the big pig. There he is, 6 HP. Z fighting. Okay, he doesn't have any extra damage yet. How much extra damage does he need? 2? 2 extra damage? Also, how do we handle... How does damage work? Do we have like a... Current power. Current power. Where does current power come in? Let's see here. Okay. That's it. Okay. Wow. I walked right past it. So we're going to take this current power. We're going to add 2. Everything else can be the same. So he'll be bigger, stronger, more health. Bigger shouldn't make any difference. And hey, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. And perhaps the most weird of the changes is we're going to give him a new move. Okay, so now he's got 6 health. Let's have him try to attack here. So far, so good. Jeez, why are you so loud? How did that happen? Hang on. Sound effect volume might need to be tweaked. Is that coming into the right channel? Yeah, sound effect volume is low right now, right? Yeah. That's probably coming through the wrong bus. That's scary. Nothing should be able to come through the master bus on its own. We probably need to add some kind of check for that. Where does that happen? Dialog box. Dialog box is the code that makes the sound. Text beep. Text beep. Show me text beep. It's an audio stream player. It is text beep 1 on the dialog box scene, which is on the master bus. Called it. Called it. Okay, so this is something we want to, first off, just move it to the sound effects bus. Secondly, how are we going to catch that? How are we ever going to catch that? Because we don't have like some master list of all sounds in the game. And I can't intercept play, can I? Is there a way I can, like, override? This is why I like making my own engines, is because then I can just edit the code for Audio Stream Player right then and there. But if I wanted to actually do that, I'd have to grab Godot's source and make the change and rebuild it. I want to forbid playing on the master bus. Bus options. No. Okay. Let me check if there's anything like that. It is hand-drawn. Well, hand-drawn. It's digital art, but it's on a... Oh, gosh. I got this fairly cheap tablet online a few months ago. This guy right here. It's about double the size of my last art tablet. Germ Dove. Welcome in. How was Zelda tonight? Did you win? You have the same one. Oh, nice. Yeah. It's really good. My old one is a Graphire tablet from 2005, so I was due an upgrade. But I've been loving it. It just plays nicely with pressure a lot more than the old one did. People like talking a lot? That is Zelda for you, huh? You have it in Coral. Nice. Yeah, it's good. It's good. I didn't need anything crazy. Menus were Were they really long and one-dimensional? Because I've heard that's in. Godot, prevent playing on master bus. Is there any way? I don't see anything right away. That's just something I have to be careful about. I don't have a good way to block it. Have a good night, Willow. Thank you for hanging out. So, Germ, I did find a fun bug suddenly. So, typically, we've got two categories of audio, music and sound effects. And in-game, we now have a volume slider for both. And I've got them pulled down fairly low, but then we suddenly had dialogue, and it was abruptly loud. And it turns out because I was skipping the music channel and the sound effects channel and going straight to master with that one. Oh, that's true. We've got lots of voice acting to get done, don't we? Doofu's got to get to work on that. All right. So we've been doing mini bosses, and we now have the big pig. There he is. He's big. He's pig. His collision box is too big. Just gonna do the Madeline. Yeah, Madeline voice. It makes sense. All right, so now we should be able to have a normal volume. That's a volume. It's down pretty much everywhere. I'm not supposed to throw in the wrong, but don't get overconfident. That's it. That's Madeline. Why does everyone in this game have a horrible fake British accent? Okay, so note, power is 3 now. Oh, but max HP is still listed as 2. That's incorrect. It's using the unit type HP instead of the unit's current max HP. Okay. Well then. Start scan text is in the battle actions code. There we go. Max HP is, and then it uses unit type HP, but it should not use that. it should use unit.hp.max. More dedicated way. I'm tired of getting out of memory errors in Chrome. I ran out of hard drive space abruptly the other day from doing the video editing because Resolve filled my cached clips with 40 gigabytes of video very, very quickly. Thank goodness I had Tree Size installed so I could be like, where is all my hard drive space right now? Oh, that's weird. That's not supposed to look like that. There's a thing that does that. If I get back into Resolve again, which I'm going to have to at some point, I'll need to remember to look for that, hunt it down, and shoot it. All right, so cool. Now we have working mini bosses. I've mostly been front end. Oh, this guy's weird. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this hitbox problem. Re-renders for playback in the editor. I figured it was something like that because I was scrubbing a lot, looking for specific moments. So I do corporate apps. Mostly front end, but I am full stack. Thankfully, I don't have to do as much SQL these days. And actually, the main program that I work on doesn't even have a like huge JavaScript framework to deal with. It's all vanilla JS. There's some jQuery. There's some jQuery, but I've mostly abandoned jQuery in favor of just ES6 stuff because, oh my gosh, it's nice. It's nice and clean. SQL will throw just enough weird stuff at you to keep you on your toes. Like string equality by default is case insensitive, and that has bitten me a few times. It's like, what? Why is this Oh no, is that how this works? This has shattered my understanding of this entire process. Oh no. TypeScript is much nicer, to be fair, than JavaScript. Just being able to type your variables is huge in when you're having to deal with JavaScript. Makes it a lot nicer. Because that is a fun thing to run into problems on. Let's see here. I really like how JavaScript basically just gives you really readily available Lambda functions and reflection, which is something I kind of abuse a lot. Reflection being there is like, because I remember in like doing C#.NET, reflection is like an expensive operation. Yeah, so that would be. Let me pull up a JavaScript tab here. So if you've got an object, come on, zoom in, Firefox. How do you do this? How do you zoom into the? Can you not? Or is that not allowed? Cool. Settings. Surely I can increase the font size for the. No. Neat. That's really weird. I'm so used to that in Chrome. Now that I'm back on Firefox, it's jarring. Okay, so let's say you've got an object and you wanted to get a list of its properties. Like in this one, I've got a property called current music key or current playing object. Being able to grab a list of keys from an object and then being able to like iterate over them, or from the name of a property, like if I had my key equals current playing object. Like going from a string that matches the name of a property to getting the actual object. Like being able to go from this to grab this. That's like that's expensive in some languages, and you have to jump through a lot of hoops. In JavaScript, it is basically just, my object, key name. Just iterate over it. That's it. Like if I just did this is the exact same as this. So you can go from names of properties to things, which that's a weird thing in most problems. Also, I may be conflating reflection with something that's like adjacent to it. When it was originally explained to me, that was the context under which it was explained. So that may have a slightly different terminology. But yeah, that's the idea. In most cases, you never need that. But for the types of game projects I like to work on, being able to quickly grab property names and then iterate over things like that, it's very useful. For instance, games with like level editors that I want to be very dynamic and able to output a created object into a string and then back into the game later, that kind of thing. Very useful to be able to just iterate or to grab properties by their names. Okay. Would it be nice to have a little bit more space? Sounds like a good game. You know what, Al? I think you might like that game. Pig here. Pig here. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Okay. I think what we want is for mega versions of enemies, I think we want a little bit more breathing room. It's not a huge deal to me, but it would be really nice. Boy, they're bobbing. Oh, we might have a mini boss music now. Let me turn off this Bug Fables music. This is the current working. Let's see how this sounds. Might be a little heavy, but it's good enough. Do you also make the music? I normally make music for my games. In this case, I'm relying on one of the members of the community to lend their musical talents. I have a lot of like theory. Oh, is that literally it? That is literally it. I know a lot of theory and stuff. And so somehow I can translate that occasionally into like, I want a song that does this, this, and this. And I can make something half decent. The last game I put on Steam was all original music that I made. Not that there was a lot of tracks. I think it's like less than 10 minutes of music total. Yeah. Yeah, it kind of, I feel a sense of loss for not doing the music for this game, and I will probably, once I get to a reasonable level of progress, maybe make a few actual songs for the game for special areas that are like, I don't know, particularly special to me as the developer. But yeah, for the most part, I'm not going to be making much music for this. Okay, the summon move. He needs a summon move. All right. So he's gonna summon another Piggle. He's gonna summon 2 Piggles. Somehow. So he needs a move to do that. Let's put that right here. We're gonna have... Do we have any summon moves already? Or is this our first time making a move that summons an enemy? This is our first time making a move that summons an enemy, yes. Cool. We're gonna call this Mega Enemy Summon. Because it's only gonna be something that the Mega Enemies call Mooks. It's gonna be the friendly name, which should never show up. I don't think there's gonna be anything in the game that actually shows you the list of the enemy's moves. This isn't like Darkest Dungeon where you need to keep track of that kind of thing. The enemies are gonna have like 2 moves tops. Target, none really. It's just all right. Target doesn't matter. We can ignore target. So what's it gonna do? What is it gonna do? All right, we're gonna go ahead and create 2 new enemies here. Battle Manager is the one that deals mostly with that, with unit initialization. We're gonna pull some of this logic out, I think. Interesting. But okay. Yeah, we gotta do all this stuff. All this stuff has to happen. Ugh. Ugh. Okay. So what I want is some kind of initialization function that I can pull this logic out into, like even this stuff. See, this gets weird because partners have their own special logic. So I need to know... All right, so let's just have a base... add and initialize unit. And it's gonna be that we pass in the type. So partners are technically in the enemy directory. Basically every unit is in the enemy directory. So we're gonna have the unit type passed in, as well as the target side. Which is a weird one. Because we want to know, is this the player side, is this the enemy side, or is this the very weird, what is the third one that we have, like the bench, which is specifically for the player partners that are not currently on the field. They have their own side because we don't want them getting affected by area of effect attacks, but they still need to be active. They're still there. Technically in combat. Okay. So how do we add and initialize? It's all of this. All of this happens. So maybe we'll add an is mega flag. I don't know. Unit type. Unit type, unit type, unit type. Unit type, unit type. Make this unit instead of enemy unit. A little bit of refactoring here. This is going to make this a lot easier. And add it to the side, add it to the list of actors. I don't even know why we have this. It's just to keep the scene tidy. Okay. Okay, so it gets rid of that. But then we have this. So we want to add a parameter for isMega right here, which is a Boolean. All right. If it is mega, then unit actor scale, unit type, unit. Okay, add health bar, add stats effect. All right, this is looking a lot nicer now because now we can get rid of all of this. Make sure to clear that flag if for some reason we have two monsters in the boss fight arena, then we don't want that. We already did that. Don't know what that means anymore. Sure, it's important. Wow, okay, so we got all that out. Set unit position, not sure. Okay, here we go. Now we have to do this. Set the facing right, which basically just means if the unit side is the enemy side, then make sure they're facing left. Easy. Next up, if they're on the bench, then make sure they're not visible. And then what is this? Okay, for every unit, set the team and set the opposite team, because that just makes other things easier later. Set the collision mask. Oh yes, do set that collision mask. Yes, please. We don't want any actual physics happening in our battles. Let's see here. Side equals unit side. Unit side. Unit opposite side. Collision mask. Nice, that gets rid of all of that code. For unit and player side units, if HP current is less than equal to 0. Okay, I mean, yeah, that seems like that's reasonable for everybody. If a unit starts the battle dead, make sure they're in the correct animation for that. A weird one, but it does come up for partners that start the fight dead. Okay, nice. Now, let's do the same thing for partners. Oh, this is interesting. Okay, we can collapse that code in. All right, let's compare and contrast. Oh, you don't get an HP. You don't get, yeah, partners don't get HP. You're stone dead in a moment. Okay, let's make sure this all looks the same. Partners, yes. Instantiate an actor, yes. Not a stat pool, but Interesting. Okay, yeah. Partners have a stat pool that persists after battle. So, if unit side equals enemy side units, then create a new stat pool for their health for this particular fight. Otherwise, I'm glad I checked this instead of just blindly. Otherwise, just use the unit type .hp property. Power, also a weird one. So partners, oh boy. Oh man. Partner is its own weird thing, isn't it? Partners get a different bonus for... Okay. So we need an is partner. Really, I feel like we just need a tag command of some kind, but... We'll do an is partner. Okay, so power. Normally it's this, but partners get a special way to do it, which is add their, oops, not their bonus defense. Oh. Well. That's a bug I just found. Haha. Partner bonus power. Okay. Translate that into that. Okay, unit current defense. Add the bonus defense. Unit type equals type, yes. Okay, so make sure defense and power are plopped in there. Remove on death equals false for partners. Partners do not get removed on death. Actually, players don't either. I don't have a losing state yet. There's no game over in this game yet. It would just soft lock because we just haven't hit that point. Okay, add that. Makes sense. Add status effect container. Do not add a health bar to a unit unless it's an enemy. Okay, good. That covers partner. So now is not a partner. So now we can delete all of this and replace it with our unified function here and say that that's going to player side units. Is that accurate? What's wrong with this? What do you not like? Oh, that's just false. Okay. I'm going to have to look at my source control and double check. Okay, partner side unit. Hang on. Player bench units. Is what gets that. Ah, but then, yeah, then we do this to say, no, but then move the partner, the first partner out of there. So this will probably get changed. This code will get changed later to account for you don't always have the first partner out. Okay, next up. Can the player be worked into this big function as well? Well, let's see here. That's good. That's good. Player side units, good. Let's see. So this would be type is dabble. It's going to be added to player side units, and it is not a partner. Okay, here we go. Power and defense is a little bit different. Because we are going to add special bonus from the stats manager. This is because you could have different modules, badges for the TTYD folks that are here. These can add additional strength or defense that persists between battles. Remove on death, false, good. Unit type is player type. HP, yep, that comes from the built-in stat pool. Is dabble. I don't know what that's for exactly. Actually, I've got an idea of what that's for. Okay, cool. All right, that is nice. All right, well, that's at least unified. We'll give it that much. Cool. Okay, well, this function, the initialization got a lot cleaner. Most of the logic moved into this big function here. But overall, less repetition, I believe. If I pull up GitHub desktop, let's take a look and see how much better that got on Battle Manager. Will it tell me how many lines added versus removed? No, it will not. I can just check the old and new line count. New line count is longer, but that also includes all this is mega stuff, so who's to say? Who's to say for sure, right? Oh, wait. Are we still doing something here at line 50? No. Hey, wake up. There we go. That's better. Oh, nice. Okay, net, we have added 5 lines, but this block here is more than 5 lines, and that's all brand new. So overall, we did reduce the number of lines. There's probably some white space that we've added here and there as well. So I'm going to say that's a win as far as total amount of code. We wrote a negative volume of code, so very important. So the only thing we haven't done yet for add and initialize unit is positioning a unit. That was going to be a little bit trickier. So let's just not do it yet. So let's just say battle move, call mooks, battle action. We need a new battle action. So we already have one for creating a sprite. But it doesn't actually create a battle unit. So we're just going to have a create battle unit. I guess this is the closest thing we've got is replace enemy. Create unit. Unit type. And I guess we want unit side. And that's probably enough, right? we're gonna do battle manager dot add and initialize. Type unit side false fuss. That's it. We probably need a container for that, right? Be useful. I'm sorry, I don't know what that says. I speak English and a little bit of French. Not a useful amount of French, to be fair. Let's see here. Where was that? Hey! Chip! Chip. Welcome in, everybody. Big Boy Games official, thank you for the raid. What's going on? How was the dev tonight? We're working on making big versions of enemies. Oops. Were you in the middle of your outro speech and then hit the button? So that'd be very funny. So I've now got a new flag set up for enemies to make them mega enemies. This is specifically going to be for a sort of infinite roguelike challenge mode. Oh yeah, I saw you were doing landfill. That's looking good. Or rather, I don't know if that was tonight. I didn't see anything that you were working on tonight. How much time do I spend on development? I mean, 2.5. So on stream, like 10 hours a week. Off stream, not as much as I should. Nice. It's exciting. Landfill's a big deal. And I think you mentioned water fill as well, since you've got a lot of actual like water logistics going on with like boat stuff. I like the boat and the rubber duck stuff. That looks very fun. I've said it before, but the freight forwarding mod on Factorio, which actually required C logistics, was very, very fun. Favorite programming languages? I'm quite partial to C# and bring it on haters, JavaScript. Yeah, I said it. It's just regular land tiles. You can break any land tiles and get water. There you go. What is going on here? What did I pass in as stat current? Oh. I passed in an object. I should not have done that. Well, that's probably why it crashed. Haha. Maybe Starground could be our next multiplayer game. I've got a copy sitting in Steam. I don't know when I'm going to clear out some time to actually stream that for a while. But yeah, it's really looking nice. ECS. I'm not familiar with ECS. Entity component system. No, I've never even heard of it. Statpool.new. Where are we calling this in a weird way? It's got to be here, right? That's got to be here. Yeah, it is right here. That should be max and min. No. What is this? What's this? It's interesting and simple architecture. Well, how about that? Yeah, we're getting an object instead of a number. So unit type should be something like this that just has a number for HP. Oh, but partners don't have that, and player doesn't have that. So now that we've unified that code, print the unit type. Space Station 14. This guy's hitbox is weird now that he's big. Yeah, it's Dabble. Why is Dabble... Dabble, what are you doing? How are you getting initialized on the enemy side? Did you defect? No. You did not. Well, that's just silly then. Enemy side units. How did this happen? That should be a separate array. Are these pointers? Isn't that how array... Oh, no, don't tell me. Hang on. Godot array comparison. How does it do it? Does it actually... Is it doing it by value or by pointer? Be pointer, right? Please? Please? I don't see anything actually telling me this. Because at this point, they are both empty arrays, but I really was thinking that would not be how they do that. Oh dear. Okay, so hang on. All right. Yeah. All right. This is our test bed for, this is JavaScript, admittedly, but if you have a variable called foo, and it's an array 1, 2, 3, foo equals foo is true, but foo equals 1, 2, 3 is false, because although they are the same array of values, they are not actually the same pointer. They're not the same memory object. So yes, they contain the same numbers, but they are two separate buckets that just so happen to both contain a 1, 2, 3. I would have thought that's what let me just do a quick little test here. This has me a little worried. I don't think I've written anything that would anything other than that would break. True. Oh no. Crap. That's a good point. Maybe it's got like a triple equals. Hello, Super Chew. That's a good idea. I'm really... I hate when this happens, that I'll be deep in a project and then I'll be programming against my understanding of how the world works, and suddenly I get out of left field smacked by some grand revelation that no, this language is different. Yeah, but that's the thing, is I'm specifically not right now in Godot, an array containing the number 1 and a different array also containing the number 1 is equal. That is a true statement in Godot, which really surprises me, because I was thinking like other object-oriented languages in which, no, that's not true. Those are two separate buckets. They have the same contents, yes, but the buckets themselves are not the same bucket. They're very similar buckets, but they are different pointers. Let's see here. In Godot 3, okay, I don't know if it's the same in Godot 4, but in Godot 3, arrays are compared by value. There's no way to know if you have the very same array or if they just happen to have the same contents. Dang it! Okay. In the beginning, it wasn't like that, and arrays were compared by reference, but people coming from Python were expecting different behavior, and it was changed to match those expectations. Okay. In Godot 4, dictionaries match that behavior of arrays. Good. Snatch usage does a full recursive swoop of contents, and only objects are compared by reference. Okay. Okay, this guy's just opening like, hey, I would really like triple equals. And Godot said... What did they say? Reference equals as a possibility. Scroll down. Completed. What is it? So while I acknowledge this is a feature gap, a top level function like is same. Okay, does that exist? Oh, okay. Yeah, oh, dang it. And then here you are in the other tab, finding the exact same thing I'm looking for. That is some weird behavior. Yeah, is same was it. C# is favorite language. Do I program? I'm actually using GDScript. And I can't fully remember the reason that led me to that. Okay, this is... All right, well... This is something. All right. So we have to... this is a little ugly. So although I have a lot of experience with C#, I figure for learning Godot, I should be going with the actual, kind of the built-in, the real language of Godot, which admittedly is like, honestly, I don't feel like I'm any worse or better off for it. Okay. And then this one is different. This is unit.side. This is silly, but I think that will work. Make sure we're not doing any other side comparison. Looks good. Oh, hold the phone. Gosh, well, where was this? How is this never broken? Oh, actually, that makes sense. Unity? I've done Unity. I've got a game on Steam that's done entirely in Unity. It's fine. Like, honestly, I'm finding, having done more and more engines, getting more and more engines under my belt, I'm finding they've all got warts. They've all got stuff that's going to be like, oh, don't like that. Would have done that differently. Prefer it in this other engine. But that's there's not going to be one engine that does everything the way you like the best. Unfortunately, unless you make your own engine from scratch and spend way too long on just the engine. Not that I would know anything about that. Okay. The reason this one never caused an issue is because they would never be the same by this point in the code. The reason this one was causing me problems is it was happening at the beginning when the arrays are empty. Once they start getting populated with units, then the equality checks work. Yeah, that's fine. I decided to break off from Unity mostly because of I don't know what's going on over there at the Unityplex. But there's some interest. Oh, great! Now my partner's gone. Dang it. There are some interesting business decisions happening. Okay, the important thing is you have 6. Yeah, it's like I know that's not gonna hold up, like, and I know they've already walked it back, but I was like, why would you even try that? I mean, for one, surely someone in legal department was like, no, that's completely unenforceable. That's not gonna fly. We'll draft it up, but that's not really something we can do. And they still went with it. So it's like, what are they thinking? That's scary. I like open source stuff. I think it's a good thing just for there to be a community of people that are actually contributing to a project, not because it's gonna make money, but because no, it's a fun thing to have everyone working together on something. Building something together is cool. Did I know that Noita means which finish? You've blown my mind, Al. Okay, where did my partner go? Okay. Add to player bench units. And then remove that. Yes, I don't even know why I did it this way, but the point is take it off the bench. Where are you? Where are you, my partner? I can't touch him because his hitbox isn't scaled up with him. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Change partners. So it says Cat is out. Okay. Now Cat is out. All right, Cat, hit the pig. Hit the pig. Very satisfying. Yes, okay, so that was with a block. Pig base damage is 2 now instead of 1. Or no, 3. Wait, no. Hang on, what is your base? What's your power? What's the scouter say about this pig's power level? Power. Plus equals 2. Okay, so if I go into the battle manager and I look at the enemy side units, then I find this one pig with a current power of 3. How did he only deal 1 damage to me? Consider that. Consider that. I think something is amiss here in our actions for queuing hurt damage. When we calculate the damage, let's see here. How do we calculate damage here? Get final damage amount. How do you get the final damage of this? I was blocking. Oh, it's based on the damage instance. And nothing else? Am I even making a video game? What? You gotta add the current power. Not even adding this power. I'm reducing it by, wait. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. That's not good. Oh no. Unit is the thing that's getting hit. So damage instance. I need a source, right? All right, battle moves. Amount, source, unit type, strength. Okay. That's gotta go. That's gotta, well, Okay. That's tricky. Where do we add in the power of the source unit? Consider an item that does damage. You chuck a baseball at an enemy. It's the baseball's damage. Doesn't matter if you've got some kind of strength buff on the player, the baseball is still going to do a flat amount of damage. But for these moves that actually are power based, you see that should be 1+ result. Ugh. Like, we could add a source to the damage. And we kind of need to, don't we, for things like counterattacks? Right? Yeah, this has to... Super Mario Sunshine shines. Everybody loves them. Everybody loves them. Absolutely everybody. This is going to be a bit of a pain. I got to update 15 things. I guess that's not the worst. Okay. Damage. 1+ result. Yes. You just want the Factorio items. Don't we all want Factorio? Hey, Hudson. How you doing tonight? Target. Damage. Yeah, I want to have the calculation for power to be in one spot. So source. We're gonna add that to every instance of damage. So this one is 1 damage, and that's it. Wrench hit is 1 damage plus the result, yep. Here we go. Okay, never mind. This is a bad example because that one is getting erased in a bit. This one, enemy hop. No, not this. It does 1 damage, and then maybe it adds in the strength of the source somewhere else. I hope this is the right thing to do here. The Ham Slam. What a great name for an attack. Tackle. Oh. Oh. Don't like this. Don't like this. Mount should be 0 plus power? Enemies just have a default power? Ooh. Here comes Factorio items. I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it. This is the one. Oh! Okay, whatever it is, imagine adding it to Factorio. How about that? Okay, these are going to do base 0 damage, which is weird. I don't know if I like this either. The idea being that the damage comes solely from the enemy's strength, not the move itself. Does that make sense? That is weird. That is weird. AI? No, thankfully. What is this? Frog spit. Ah, okay, so this one is 1. We have not had to do any kind of AI stuff. Frog jump. Baseball. Does not get a source. Bowling ball. Does not get a source. Or maybe it does get a source, but it also gets a flag that says do not add unit strength, basically. So it can still get the source, but also flat damage equals true. So we're going to do that. That's the idea. And same for bowling ball. And that's all of them. Okay. So now we need to actually deal with all this. Oh, dang it. I just realized this would be so much simpler. Q hurt actions. Don't put it in the damage instance. Oh my gosh. This is so dumb. All right. Delete all references to source equals source. I'm dumb. I'm dumb. How are there only 15 of those or 14 of those? Because one of them's commented out. That's right. Replace with nothing. And now for the big one. This right here, we're going to add a whole nother parameter to this function. Multi also gets a source. Sticky jumper. Love the sticky jumper so much. Okay, Q hurt actions. Right, that's in here. I don't know if that's worth a citation, though. Okay, so here we go. We now have a source. Final damage depends on the damage instance, but also now depends on the source. Dun dun dun. This is such a refactor here. Okay, so we're gonna check. Var should add source strength is based on is flat because we're gonna have these moves like the bowling ball to do flat damage. Oh boy. Cool. You like how that looks? Enjoy, enjoy. Should be dynamically sized. Well, it's not. That's all there is to it. Ta-da. Just gonna go straight. If anything, I should cut it off. The paper is only so big. If anything, I should do overflow hidden. Okay. We're gonna add source dot current power. There we go. All that to make the pig do more damage. Yeah, you get to choose between food, heat, medicine, and ink. Oh, cat, are you here? Do 3 damage. Thank you. Thank you, pig. That dealt more than I expected. Okay. It did that because Dabble, old Dabble has a strength of 1. Glory to Rostotska. I did. Do you want like full-on feedback? I assume the final version would be about more the length of the regular battle music. Let's see here. So first off, the intro is half the length of the current battle music intro. So we need to double the length somehow, add a little bit to it. That felt like an intro that was about to lead into the melody. We're doing an extra loop. That's probably fine. As long as we change it up. It's exactly the same right now. Oh, never mind. That's all we got so far. That feels like the intro. Okay, gotcha. Then yeah, I mean with melody it'll probably sound a lot more full. I don't have too much to add to that so far. Prepare. Yes, my lord. Okay. So what we want to do then is go up to our gear spin and do damage is just result, which would be strength of 1 plus 1. This What is this one again? This one is gear spin. Okay, but what's the next one? Amount just 1. I guess it has to be 0? That feels so wrong. It's like I'm 0 indexing the damage. Bobble. There you go. It's either that or I feel like I need to reduce everything's strength by 1. Maybe that's... No. It kind of does make more sense because then I can say, oh, this enemy has a strength of 2, and if the normal damage of an attack is 0, then yeah, it's great. And do it. Just do it. Really, if it's just this, I could... I don't know. It's weird. Zero, 1. Just 0. Because it's going to inherit it from the strength. Just the results for the wrench, and that's the only actual actions. Yeah, okay. Now we can summon an enemy. Something for 8 red coins. Maybe. Okay, we're not gonna look at a target. We're gonna call Mooks, which means we're gonna do a battle action dot. Create unit. Oh, we're finally back to the main thing we were doing here. And then we need the side, and that's it. Elevate. Elevate. Is it just side? It's just side. Okay. Mega enemy summon. Incredible. So, in the battle manager, when we create a unit, if it's a mega unit, then we're going to replace, for now, we're going to completely replace its moveset. How do we do that? Oh no, we can't. Yeah, 8 red coin stars in Mario 64 are, you have to find all 8 red coins, and that causes the star to appear. And they've expanded on that in 2D Mario games since then, with things like, they still do 8 red coins as a little bonus challenge. Then if you collect them all, you get a power-up. They'll also do green coins, which are the same, but they come in like little sets of 3. It's weird. I still don't get the idea with the green coins. I should bring back frog coins. That was fun. Boom, 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 boom. All right. Let's take one of these and look at our enemy directory. It's moves. So find .moves for me. Oh. Battle events. Here we go. Enemy moves. Enemy moves. Available move names. Okay. So let's have a special thing for a unit. Is Mega. We're gonna maintain a property. And that will change what moves they have available. So in battle events, when we are choosing the available moves, temporarily, if enemy unit dot is Mega, then available move names is just one move. There's only one move available, and it is summon more enemies. Let's see what happens. Now I'm expecting these things to appear at 0-0. I really need to fix the hitbox on the mega enemies. Also, where's my partner? Oh, it worked, and also, okay. Oh, and also, he's apparently not selectable. Cool. Well, that's a start, though. He summoned him. He's here. No animation, but he's here. Pig summon. Where is Cat? How did we screw this up so much that Cat is just gone? Initialize units. Let's listen to music from Thinking. Last time we did music from Netstorm, which is just like the most out there game I could think of that apparently actually had music. I didn't even know Netstorm had music. Let's see here. Something with a frog. Oh. Of course. Of course. There we go. Okay. Partner. Adds it to the bench. Puts it on the player side. Let's just inspect. It's a little loud. I'm sorry, my jams are too hot. Okay. Remote battle manager. Player side units. There are 2 units here. One of them is Cat. Where is she? Okay. Oh, I'm realizing some things here. Oh no. The fact that we're doing this like comparison of sides, because I was assuming that checking equality of arrays was... Dang it. Okay, I need to check something. How about if I had var A equals a list of 1, 2, 3, and I say B gets A, and then I say A dot append 4, what does B have in it? Is it 1, 2, 3, or is it 1, 2, 3, 4? Please be 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, short. We're making big pigs. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, we're good. Still didn't explain where Cat went to. Where did she go off to? how did this happen? So originally, we'd iterate through partners. Is she just... Where is she? For unit in bench filter units. Is she scaled down? Is she there but just tiny? Go into battle. Where's our partner? Where is she? She can still wallop. Actors. Cat. Where is Cat? She's scaled down, maybe? That's currently my working theory. Yes, she is. Okay, good, good. So if I just drag this back up. Looks good. Looks real good. All right, cool. Okay, so that's what's happening is she's getting scaled down, but she's not supposed to be. The scaling happens, right here. Because we're initially adding her to the bench and then taking her out of the bench. So let's just remove that code and put that here. No. What if... Okay, we can do this. We can fix this. We can fix this. Look real good. Okay, Cat. Cat is partner. What is this? That doesn't need to be there. Because you're already going to be adding her to the bench. So what I want to say is, if it is a player side unit, which apparently is player bench units here. It's a player bench unit. Unit side, player bench. Yeah, if is player bench, then set scale. This is fine. So what I need to do is this part here, where we're adding it to the actual side. I need to intercept that. Or I guess rather say if unit side, if is same, unit side and player bench side or something like that. What was it? Player bench units. If you're on the bench, but you're the first one on the bench, then let's instead put you on player side units, and yeah. Does that fix that? Maybe. No. Where do we do the scaling? Where's all that scaling happening? Where does that happen? Right here. Okay, if that and that size is greater than 1. That'll probably do it. Oh, thank goodness. She's back. All right, well, that's a start. Now we have the summoning to deal with. There he is. It's a pig. It's one pig, but it doesn't exist or something? I don't know. Battle manager. Enemy side units. There are two enemy side units. One of them is a pig. One of them is in fact a pig. Yeah, that's working. So those should be 2 units I can choose from. Oh, I can. Oh, but I can only gear spin this guy because he is treated as in front. Ooh. He is treated as being in front. I see. More. Okay. What if this pig was really, really tall? Would that be very funny? Would that be just great if he was like really tall? Because we can just do that. You know, as a game developer, we can just do that. We can just make a tall pig. Just really, really tall pig. That looks really good. It's a little bit of an egg shape now. An egg pig. That's good. That's a good pig. Why is... All right, I'm gonna look at some code while you guys look at this giant pig. Why? Okay, so when you're targeting, let's see, battle menu, you choose a target, create targeting menu, get targetable sets. Ah, okay, so first in list is basically just, like, it assumes first in list is first in order. Does that mean we need to sort enemies after each turn? by their position. Dude, I don't really care for that, but also that does make sense. As long as they're not moving around between turns, that's okay. Okay, so let's say that they're not moving around between turns. Then enemy side turns, we will sort the enemies. We're just gonna sort them. How does sort work in Godot? Great, I've never, ever done it. Can I pass in? Okay, I have to do sort custom. Oh, thank you for the follow, I appreciate that. Sort custom. And that can presumably just be a little lambda. Does sort... Okay, void. It doesn't return the sorted, it just sorts in place. Good. So we can pass in a function of unit 1, unit 2, and return a.position.x minus b.position.x, I think. Maybe the other way around. Let's try that. Okay, so we'll sort them. Let me fight you. Okay, let's do nothing. Ooh, doesn't like that. Position on battle unit. It's a battle unit. I need to do dot actor dot position. The unit itself doesn't have a position. The actor has a position. All right, pig appears. Can I attack it? Yes, it is now front. It is now the front enemy. Okay, well that's very doable then. Okay, here's the question. Does the enemy... How does this work? Let's say he summons enemies. He summons friends to his cause if he is alone. So that's a... He has to actually be alone. Oh, we have that. We have that. We have a system for can you do this? Requirement. Yes. Heck yes, I built this already. Requirement. Source dot side size. So he can only do this if he's alone now. Yeah, pretty cool, pretty cool. What's the chance he's gonna do it though? If he's only got 2 moves, the current system is 50-50. Which isn't great, because he'd be summoning things like all the time. Like you finally clear out the other enemy and 50-50 shot, he's not gonna bother attacking, he's just gonna summon 1 or 2 more enemies. How many is he gonna summon? Does he summon 1 enemy? Summon 2 enemies? How does this work? Okay, this is fine. It's actually time to end stream. My bot is about to yell at me. And this gives us a good spot here to do. Animate mooks coming in from off screen. So they're gonna the enemies are gonna walk. They're gonna walk in. Also, he needs to... All right. This is something really cool I saw in Infinite Pit that I like, which is the animation being that the enemy is whistling for support. So he does a little whistle sound effect. I would like to see if I can rip something like that from Free Sounds. To give a nice little hey you. So maybe enemy mini boss, mega boss turns around, faces off screen, hops in place and whistles, turns back around, 2 enemies appear. That's the animation for the attack. How to prevent over summoning is a good question. How do we prevent over summoning here? Ugh. Something to make it so it's like, maybe it's like once per battle. Or he can't do it if it was his last 2 moves or something. Something to make sure you don't get stuck in a loop. No. Something to make sure you can't get stuck in a loop. Because you could totally farm this for XP. Which, it's like, let's say that you are leveled to the point where it's like, yeah, I can actually do that, and I'm not so high leveled that I'm not getting XP at all from these guys. So I'm just farming these easy pigs. Dabble takes care of front pig. Cat takes care of back pig. Enemy summons more pigs. Repeat. If he attacks instead, we do some kind of replenishable healing skill that we get for some reason. And it's infinitely renewable. We just get XP forever. First off, 100 XP cap on battles. Maybe 99. To make sure it's impossible to level up twice. Secondly, though, I don't want to encourage that. That's dumb. Yeah, I think what we'll likely do is just cap him at... He summons 1 time period. It's an attack he can pull at random... But once he does it, it's done. He can't do it. So maybe we do that in the form of having it have a cost. We'll see. We'll see how we're going to implement that, but that is going to be the rule we implement, is he can only do it once per battle. So replace all this with once per battle. How to implement. So that's the main thing for that. And then boom, we're done. Easy, easy. I feel pretty good about this. 3 times per battle. Why would we want to do that? Also, we gotta fix this guy's hitbox. This is working. This is pretty good. I like it. So maybe 2 enemies, 1 here, 1 here. It's just they appear 1 unit in front of them and 2 units in front of them, and that's it. Have a great night, Slav. Let's do a quick check to see if we know anyone that's online. Why is GFE doing Pokemon? That is so weird to me. He has never streamed anything other than Link to the Past. No raid tonight. So yeah, there we go. We learned a lot about Godot script and how array comparison works, and that's scary because there's a good chance that I'm using array comparison elsewhere in my code on the assumption that different arrays are different objects. But no, it's Python-like array comparison, and oh, that's a fun little thing to get tripped up on. At least we figured it out. At least we figured it out, and we found a solution. Well, we independently found a solution while SuperChew was also finding a solution for us. So shoutouts to SuperChew. Everyone, have a good night. I will see you next time tomorrow night. See you then. Bye.